Part 5. Humayd bin Muslim reported, "By God, later I visited him when he was ill. By God, other than whom there is no deity, I saw him drinking water without being able to quench his thirst, and then vomiting. He would cry out, 'The thirst, the thirst!' Again he would drink water without being able to quench his thirst, again he would vomit. He would then burn with thirst. This went on until he died, may God curse him. When al-Hussain saw the extent of the number of troops encamped with Umar bin Sa'd, may God curse him, at Nanawa in order to do battle against him, he sent to Umar Sa'd that he wanted to meet him. The two men met at night and talked together for a long time. When Umar b. Sa'd went back to his camp, he wrote to Ubayd Allah b. Ziyad, may he be cursed. God has put out the fire of hatred, united the people in one opinion lit. Word, and set right the affairs of the community. This man, al-Hussain, has given me a promise that he will return to the place which he came from, or he will go to one of the border outposts, he will become like any other of the Muslims, with the same rights and duties as them, or he will go to Yazid, the commander of the faithful, and offer him his hand and see if the difference between them can be reconciled. In this offer you have the consent to what you have demanded and the community gains benefit." When Ubayd Allah read the letter, he said, "This is the letter about a sincere man who is anxious for his people. Are you going to accept this from him?" demanded Shimr b. D. al-Jawshan, jumping up, "when he has encamped on your land nearby. By God, if he was a man from your land and he would not put his hand in yours, whether he was in a position of power and strength or whether he was in a position of weakness and impotence, you would not give this concession, for it would be a mark of weakness. Rather let him and his followers submit to your authority. Then if you punish them, it will be because you are the person most appropriate to punish, and if you forgive them, you have the right to do so." "What you have suggested is good," replied Ibn Ziyad. "Your view is the correct view. Take this message to Umar b. Sa'd and let him offer al-Hussain and his followers the opportunity of submitting to my authority. If they do that, let him send them to me in peace. If they refuse, he should fight them. If he Umar b. Sa'd acts according to my instructions, then listen to him and obey him. However, if he refuses to fight them, then you are the commander of the army lit. People, attack him, cut his head off and send it to me." Then he wrote to Umar bin Sa'd, "I did not send you to al-Hussain for you to restrain yourself from fighting him, nor to idle the time away with him, nor to promise him peace and preservation of his life, nor to make excuses for him, nor to be an intercessor on his behalf with me. Therefore see that if al-Hussain and his followers submit to my authority and surrender, you send them to me in peace. If they refuse, then march against them to fight them and to punish them, for they deserve that. If al-Hussain is killed, make the horses trample on his body, both front and back, for he is a disobedient rebel, and I do not consider that this will be in any way wrong after death. But it is my view that you should do this to him if you kill him. If you carry out your command concerning him, we will give you the reward due to one who is attentive and obedient. If you refuse, then we withdraw the command of our province and army from you and leave the army to Shimr b. Dhl al-Jawshan. We have given him our authority. Greetings. Shimr b. D al-Jawshan brought the letter to Umar b. Sa'd. After he had brought it and read it, Umar said to him, "Shame upon you, what is this to you? May God never show favor to your house. May God make abominable what you have brought to me. By God, I did not think that you would cause him to refuse what I had written to him, and ruin for us a matter which we had hoped to set right. Al-Hussain will not surrender, for there is a spirit like his father's in his body." "Tell me what you are going to do," demanded Shimr. "Are you going to carry out the governor's command and fight his enemy, or are you going to leave the command of the army to me? No, there is going to be no advantage to you. I will carry that out instead of you. You take command of the foot soldiers." Umar b. Sa'd prepared to do battle with al-Hussain, peace be on him, on the night of Thursday, 9th of the month of Muharram. In the meantime, Shimr went out and stood in front of the followers of al-Hussain, peace be on him. "Where are my sister's sons?" he demanded. Al-Abbas, Jafar, Abd Allah and Uthman, sons of Ali b. Abi Talib, peace be on him, came forward. "What do you want?" they asked. "Sons of my sister, you are guaranteed security," he said. "God curse you and curse the security which you offer without offering it to the son of the Apostle of God," the young men replied. "Cavalry of God, mount and announce the news of heaven, i.e. death." Umar b. Sa'd called out and the people mounted, and he approached the supporters of al-Hussain after the afternoon Asr prayer. Meanwhile, al-Hussain, peace be on him, was sitting in front of his tent dozing with his head on his knees. His sister heard the clamor from the enemy's ranks. She came up to him and said, "My brother, don't you hear the sounds which are getting nearer?" "I have just seen the Apostle of God, may God bless him and grant him peace, in my sleep," said al-Hussain, peace be on him, as he raised his head. "He said to me, 'You are coming to us.'" His sister struck at her face and cried out in grief. "You have no reason to lament, sister," al-Hussain, peace be on him, told her. "Be quiet, may God have mercy on you." Then he turned to al-Abbas b. Ali, "Brother, the enemy have come, so get ready, but first, al-Abbas, you, yourself, ride out to meet them, to talk to them about what they have in mind and what appears appropriate to them, and to ask about what has brought them against us." Al-Abbas went towards them with about 20 horsemen, among whom was Zuhair b. al-Kain. "How do you see the situation?" he asked. "What do you want?" "The command of the governor has arrived that we should offer you the opportunity of submitting to his authority, otherwise we must attack you," they answered. "Do not hurry to do anything until I have gone back to Abu Abd Allah al-Hussain and told him what you have said," Abbas requested. They stopped where they were and told him, "Go to him and inform him, and tell us what he says to you." Al-Abbas went galloping back to al-Hussain, peace be on him, to give him the information. while his companions remained exchanging words with the enemy, trying to test them and dissuade them from fighting against al-Hussain, peace be on him, al-Abbas told him what the enemy had said. "Go back to them," he, peace be on him, said, "if you can, delay them until the morning and persuade them to keep from us during the evening. Then, perhaps, we may be able to pray to our Lord during the night to call upon Him and seek His forgiveness. He knows that I have always loved His formal prayer, the recitation of His book and making many invocations to Him, seeking His forgiveness." Al-Abbas went back to the people, and returned after being with them, accompanied by a messenger on behalf of Umar b. Sa'd, who had said, "We will grant you a day until tomorrow. Then if you surrender, we will send you to our governor, Ubayd Allah b. Ziyad, but if you refuse we will not leave you any longer." After he departed, towards the evening al-Hussain gathered his followers around him. End of Part 5.